Is Terrifier 3 worth watching? An honest review. Hello, everyone. Today, we're diving into one of the most talked about and controversial films in the horror world, Terrifier 3. With the first two movies, Art the Clown became a cult icon. But now the big question is the third installment actually worth watching? In this video, we'll explore everything, from the story to the atmosphere, from the gore to the performances, and figure out the answer together. Story and depth. Learning more about Art the Clown. Let's start with the story. In the first two films, Art the Clown was portrayed as a chaotic, almost supernatural force of destruction. But this time, we get to learn more about his past. Who is this clown? What drives his unstoppable thirst for murder? Terrifier 3 takes us on a journey into Art's dark and twisted backstory, making the film far more intriguing than its predecessors. While the plot dives deeper into his character, it still retains the chaotic and violent nature that slasher fans love. So, while you'll discover more about Art, don't expect a deep character study. This movie is still pure, bloody madness at its core. The gore factor. Can you stomach it? Now let's talk about the film's most notorious element, the gore. Terrifier 3 doesn't just push boundaries, it shatters them. The kills are brutal, creative, and extremely graphic. If you're not used to such intense violence, this movie might be overwhelming. However, for fans of gore-heavy horror, it's a visual feast. The practical effects and makeup are outstanding, once again proving that Damien Leone and his team know how to create truly shocking visuals. Every kill is meticulously crafted, and the realism might make you want to look away. But that's exactly what makes the movie so effective. The performances. Terror without words. David Howard Thornton as Art the Clown delivers yet another unforgettable performance. Think about it. No dialogue, just expressions and body language, and yet he manages to terrify you every second he's on screen. Thornton has truly mastered the art of bringing this silent killer to life, making Art feel less like a character and more like a living nightmare. The supporting cast also does a fantastic job. Unlike previous films, the victims aren't just running and screaming. They're fighting for survival, and even standing up to Art. This adds more tension and makes the story far more engaging. Who is it for? Here's where I need to pause and give a little warning. If you're used to lighter horror films or you're sensitive to extreme violence, Terrifier 3 might not be the right choice for you. This movie aims to shock and unsettle its audience, and it does so unapologetically. However, if you love slasher films and you're drawn to unsettling visuals and boundary-pushing horror, this movie is absolutely worth your time. Final verdict. Should you watch it or skip it? To wrap things up, Terrifier 3 is definitely a film worth talking about. The gruesome scenes, intense atmosphere, and a deeper dive into Art, the clown's dark origins, make it a must-watch for hardcore horror fans. But it's not for everyone. If you're not ready for the intensity, it's best to steer clear. So, what do you think? Will you give it a watch? Or is this kind of film too much for you? Let me know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. See you in the next video. Take care and stay spooky.